What's up, fellas? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Steve and this is Tech Teardown. Before we get into today's content, I just want to remind you that today's video is our monthly Steam Key giveaway, and I'm giving away Borderlands 2. And these are the first 5 numbers of the Steam Key that I'm giving away for Borderlands 2. I'll be giving out 5 numbers at a time randomly throughout this video. There are 3 sets of 5 numbers total throughout this video, so get your pen and paper ready and your Steam app open so you can be the first one to claim it. First one to claim it is the winner. And if you missed out on this opportunity throughout this video, just make sure that you're subscribed and hit the bell so that way you don't miss out on your chance next month. All right, so moving on into today's content, I am going to be reviewing this EasySMX headset. This was sent to me for review by EasySMX themselves. They've sent me their gamepad controller before in the past, and I really enjoyed that. So I'm going to be reviewing this headset. This headset can be bought for $42 on Amazon, and it's overall just a really good headset. I'm just going to go into some of these pros and cons. Before I do that though, just want to let you know also that I do have some very special guests joining me in this review later on when I'm testing out the microphone. I have Oz from OzTalksHW, Matt from the Toasty Bros, and Chris from Coalition Gaming. But let's go ahead and get started into some of the pros that I really like about this headset. So pros, I do like the price of $42. One thing I forgot to mention, later on in the review when I'm talking with the tech fam, Chris from Coalition Gaming, Matt from Toasty Bros, and Oz from OzTalksHW, I did tell them that the price was $35. And that's because that's what the price was when I was first sent this headset. And so the price has gone up to the $42.99 price on Amazon. So if they see this video and want to correct anything, if their thoughts are changed based off of the information I provided them during our chat, then I'll let them correct themselves in the comments and I will pin their comments. Moving on to some of the pros that I really love about this headset is it is just very comfortable. I have a big head and this is the smallest setting of this headset, and I have a giant head. And so I think this headset might have been geared towards Andre the Giant sized people. When I first was sent this, I opened it up and I had my girlfriend test it, and she's a very tiny, petite woman. And it just really was very massive on her head. But she did like how they went over the ears, and she also said it was comfortable other than it being too big for her. It would have fallen off her head had she just been nodding her head to some music. But for me, I can nod my head really well, and I'm not going to have any problems with the headset falling off. Also, I gamed for hours with this headset, and I had no issues with discomfort, no sweating, so I really enjoyed just this headset. It has great clamping force to where it's not going to fall off your head, but it's also not going to clamp down on your ears and really hurt them after a while. I've used lots of headsets around this price point to where they are just kind of pressing on your ears, and they hurt over time after several hours of gaming. So for this one, I didn't have any of those problems, and I really love it. So the over ears on this are excellent. Now, I've said in the past that I do like a braided cable. This one is braided, but it is one of the reasons why a lot of people don't like braided cables, because this one does kink and wind quite a bit. So I'm not going to give them any pros for this braided cable because it does kink and it does get twisted up a lot. So kind of a con there, but I liked that they went with a braided cable. Just wish they went with a more premium one. As for the audio quality, it's very passable. I did test some Rainbow Six Siege with Coalition Gaming, and we tested some directional audio, and it was really nice. Played some PUBG for a couple hours before I even filmed this review, and it was very easy to tell where my enemies were, so that was an excellent plus. Now, the sound quality isn't the best I've ever heard. I do have a SteelSeries Arctis Pro that I game with on a daily basis, and that to me is some of the best sound quality of all time. But comparing this $42 headset to a $150 headset in the SteelSeries, I would say I kind of feel like a dummy having spent $150 on a headset where I can barely tell the difference on this one. I could have lived with this headset. Another pro that I really like. Now, before I get into that though, I don't think RGB is at all needed on a headset. You're not going to be able to look at it, and it's just kind of pointless to have RGB on a headset. But that being said, they do implement RGB on this headset, but you don't have to download a software in order to control it, and I love that. So it is just controlled with this little knob here. You can pick your color that way. So it's really easy to use, and you don't have to download any programs to do it. So A+ for that RGB implementation. Just RGB is pointless. And then over here you have another knob, and that will control the volume levels of the headset, and that is also really nice. Then it does have a lot of padding on it, padding on the earmuffs and padding on the top band, and that both feel really nice and add to that comfort level that I was talking about earlier. All right, so let's get into some cons on this headset. So for the headset here, we have a mic button here for muting and unmuting your headset. Now, right now, the headset is muted. How do I know that? Because the light is off. Yeah. To unmute it, press it, and now there's a light on the microphone that tells me that I'm good to go to talk. Very confusing to me, so that's a con. With my SteelSeries headset, when I am muted, I get a nice red light on the microphone that tells me that I am muted and that I'm safe to burp or fart or whatever. Another con would probably be the size. Like I said, have a giant head, and I'm using the smallest setting on the headset, and it's perfect fit for me. So if you have a normal size head or a small head like my girlfriend, this isn't going to be the best fit for you because it only gets bigger from here. It does have a nice ratcheting thing to control the size, but you're only going to need that if you're Andre the Giant. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and test the microphone so you guys can hear it just straight up through Audacity without any filters or bitrate settings through OBS. All right, guys, now you're listening to the microphone on the EasySMX headset. I think it sounds pretty good. The reason I'm doing it this way is because on the OBS settings, I find that they kind of put like a phase effect on it, and it just sounds different when you're recording here on Audacity, Audacity being a free program. So let me know down in the comments what you guys think of the microphone, but for me, I think it sounds good enough for a $42 headset. All right, so you've listened to the $42 headset yourself. All right, guys, so let's hear what the Tech Fam has to say about this headset. I talked to each of them on Discord, and I didn't tell them which microphone I was using. I did test it with this headset from EasySMX, as well as my $150 headset from SteelSeries to see which one they liked better. And once I got their thoughts, I then told them which headset they were actually listening to. So we're going to start off with Chris from Coalition Gaming, and we played a little bit of Rainbow Six Siege testing the directional audio, and like I said earlier, the directional audio was pretty premium. Now, I had some really bad issues with the audio on OBS recording it, and it was all my fault, just not changing the audio settings on OBS. So we're going to cut out the part where actually Chris is listening to me on this headset, but he did say that the overall quality was good enough. So we're going to start off the recording with Chris listening to the SteelSeries microphone, and then you'll get to hear his overall feelings about each microphone and which one he would have chosen. And then we'll move on to Matt from the Toasty Bros, and then Oz from OzTalksHW.
Now it actually, this microphone sounds, I wouldn't say incredibly better than the EasySMX mic earlier.
Okay.
But it's notable. Does it sound like $150? No.
All right. So, Chris, why don't you tell people who you are and your stream schedule, or if you want to, like...
Sure thing. All right, guys. My name is Chris from Coalition Gaming, and we do tech YouTube videos as well. Try to do a good job with the production quality on it. Make it look pretty. Also, we stream every Thursday on Twitch and YouTube, 8 p.m. Pacific, so tune in on those. That's Coalition Gaming on YouTube and Coalition Gaming Crew on Twitch. So weekly videos and all that stuff, so make sure you check us out. And Tech Teardown, thank you for having me, man. Much appreciated.
All right, guys, I'm here with Matt from the Toasty Bros, and he doesn't know which headset I'm using right now. He's just going to tell me how he feels about this headset, and then we'll switch over to the next one and see how he feels about that one and get his overall take on who had the best microphone. Matt, how do I sound right now?
So it sounds like a headset microphone, obviously, but it does sound pretty decent. The quality is a little bit muffled, but that's kind of standard for a headset microphone. There's not a lot of background noise. It doesn't sound too tinny, too bassy. It sounds pretty neutral. Overall, it sounds like a pretty clean and clear headset microphone.
Perfect. Very good. I'm going to go ahead and switch over to the next one. All right, so I've switched over to the next headset. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
All right, very good. And how do I sound?
It sounds a lot fuller. It's not nearly as loud as the other headset, but it is a fuller sound. Doesn't sound as muffled. Again, not anything crazy in the background. It sounds like a headset microphone still, but it doesn't sound nearly as punchy as the other one. That'd be the word I'd use to describe it. Overall, it sounds pretty solid, though.
Okay, very good. And which one would you say is the best sounding microphone?
I would have to say that if you could bump the volume up on the second one a little bit in post or whatever you're using, I would like that one better. But in terms of pure volume and overall sound and being able to hear it really well, I like the first one.
Okay, very good. Yeah, so the first headset you listened to was the $150 SteelSeries headset.
Mm-hmm.
The headset you're listening to right now is the EasySMX headset.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, the one I'm listening to right now does sound very good. It just kind of has a little bit of a quiet effect to it. But overall, for like the price difference, as you mentioned, I honestly couldn't complain about it. And I feel like either one would be a good option. It's kind of just a personal preference in my mind. I could see somebody liking this one a lot better too.
Okay, very good. And do you have a fan going on in the background? Are you hearing that at all with this?
Barely.
Okay. And when I've listened to like OzTalksHW recording, Coalition Gaming, when I was listening to those, my voice on this microphone kind of sounded like it had like a phase effect and all on during the recording. Are you getting that at all?
Slightly, like towards the end of when you speak, you kind of hear it, but if you keep speaking, you don't normally notice it. It's kind of when you tail off and finish your sentence. That's when you normally notice it.
Okay. And one of my least favorite headsets I've ever used was a Razer Kraken Pro. Because all my friends always complained about a high pitch noise when muting the microphone. I'm going to mute my microphone and let me know if you hear any type of noise that indicates that I've muted myself.
Gotcha.
Did you hear anything?
Yeah, there was an audible click. It wasn't super annoying, but it definitely is noticeable.
Okay. Very good. And did you hear that at all when I was using the SteelSeries? Because it did mute myself at times.
I did not know.
Okay. Very good. Well, I thank you, Matt, for doing that. Why don't you tell my viewers about the Toasty Bros, what your channel is all about, why they should subscribe to you, and maybe tell us about your stream schedule. I know you do streaming and computer builds like the video I have here.
Yeah, so the Toasty Bros is mainly comprised of Jackson and I. We mainly do budget PC builds, and we upload every single Monday and Friday. We also have a live stream that we do daily over on twitch.tv/Toasty Bros from 9 a.m. Eastern Time to 10 a.m. Eastern Time. We talk about tech stuff. We talk about tech news. We talk about future videos that are coming to the channel and pretty much meme around and have a great time in the morning and find a good way to start your day. So hopefully I could see some of your viewers on my stream sometime some morning and also over on the YouTube channel.
Perfect. That sounds great.
Thanks for having me, man.
All right, guys. I have Oz from OzTalksHW on the line, and he's going to be listening to one of these headsets that we're comparing today. And Oz, how do you think this sounds right now?
So I'm no audiophile, but I think it sounds pretty clear. I don't really hear a lot of white background noise, and it doesn't seem to clip all that much. So I would say it's like a solid 8 out of 10. It's pretty good.
Okay, Very good. Yeah, and I do have a fan in the background behind me just to get some background noise, just to see if that is at all audible. And you're saying that it's pretty clear?
Yeah.
Perfect. All right, I'm going to go ahead and switch to the other headset, and then I will be right back. All right, now I've switched to the next headset. Oz, do you notice any difference? You want me to keep talking a little bit and get a better gauge on how the headset sounds?
So right off the bat, I noticed a pretty big difference. First, in the noise removal, you can tell that there's a good amount of noise removal going on. And although there isn't much background noise, it does muffle the actual sound of your voice a good bit. It sounds a lot more crunched. I can still hear you. It's still good enough for, I would say, a Discord call, but if you are using it for any kind of professional, semi-professional video work, I would definitely not.
All right, very good. So, which one do you think was the better mic?
I definitely think the first one was the better mic, easily.
First one was a better mic, easy.
Yeah.
All right. So the first mic was the EasySMX mic, which was a $35 headset. The one you're listening to right now is the $150 Steel Series headset.
Oh my gosh, I thought you were gonna flip that on me. Were you serious? The first one is $35?
Yeah.
No, there's no way. The first one is so much better than the second one.
Yeah.
What? Well, I guess the question is, how old is the second one? Is it like a semi-new product?
It's the Steel Series Arctis Pro, the wired version.
Okay.
So I bought this about 8 months ago, I think.
Wow. All right. Well, yeah, Steel Series needs to get their act together, dude, because
Yeah, so I mean, it's actually been kind of mixed on who they think is better. Coalition thought the Steel Series was the clear winner, but he didn't think it was worth the extra $120.
Okay. Okay.
And yeah, Toasty Bros, actually, I think they liked the EasySMX better as well.
Okay. It could also be like maybe the time that you were switching the microphones to, because when you switched the microphone, I could hear the fan in the background noise pretty clearly, and I suppose it had to take some time to, like, I guess, calibrate for whatever is happening in its surroundings.
That could be too, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah,
Very
that's
good.
wild. That's wild.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, so why don't you tell people what OzTalksHW is all about, if you have any upcoming videos, and why they should subscribe to you.
Yeah, cool. So I'm Ozzy from OzTalksHW. I basically make budget-oriented computer technology videos. So that can span from computer builds and tutorials to crazy experiments. And currently I'm working on quite a few different videos. The one that I'm most excited about, though, is I'm hoping to build a gaming computer for, this is going to sound so stupid, for Lil Nas X, the guy who made Old Town Road. I'm making an Old Town Road themed computer. Yeah. Super dumb.
That's awesome. So you're actually making it for him?
So the hope is, since he's in Atlanta and I live in Atlanta, that I would make it, the video would blow up, he would see it, and then he would come and get it, or I can meet him somewhere. It'll be pretty cool to meet him. Yeah, see if he could perform for like a charity concert or something.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, big ambitions, but you never know until you try, right?
Oh yeah, it worked for me. I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't have any like major musician, but I had a professional baseball player on, and it was surprisingly easy. Was there anything else you wanted to say about your channel? I kind of interrupted you about that video.
No, that's pretty much it. If they have any questions, want to talk or chat, my Discord or my Twitter is the best way to do that. Please don't send me an email. I get a lot of emails, but that's for business. But everything else, like, is totally fair game.
Okay, very cool. All right, thanks Oz for doing this, and everyone subscribe to Oz Talks Hardware. He's an amazing tech tuber. He has great information and super awesome, very nice guy.
Appreciate it, Steve. I hope you have a great night.
Thanks, you too, man.
All right, see you.
All right, guys, I really wanted to thank Oz from Oz Talks Hardware, Matt from the Toasty Bros, and Chris from Coalition Gaming for doing that. They dedicated a lot of time of their own time just to do that for me, so I really appreciate them doing that. So thank you guys very much. All right, guys, so I think the EasySMX headset is a great buy for $42, but it's with some caveats, though. Because you can get the Corsair HS60 on sale right now from Amazon for $40, and I think that's going to hurt EasySMX in the long run because Corsair is a reputable brand. I haven't used the HS60s, so I can't say whether or not they're better or worse, but people are going to float to Corsair right now because that's a brand they know and recognize. EasySMX is still a brand up and coming, and I think to make a name for themselves, I think they should drop it back down to that $35 to $30 price point that I knew it at before I made this video. And I think that will help them out a lot in making more sales because most people are going to be gravitating to the Corsair headset because that's what they know. So I do like this headset. I really do. For $42, I don't think you're going to be missing out on a lot of features. Actually, it has a lot of features that I like, and with the comfort level, it's a really good recommended headset. Just I think that right now at the $42 price, I don't think they're doing themselves any favors when I can get a brand like Corsair for only $40. But I can't say whether or not which one is better because I haven't used the Corsair headset. With that being said, comfort level, microphone quality, and audio quality is very passable and very usable for a $42 headset. So I do recommend this headset. It's just whether or not you want to go with a brand like Corsair or a brand like EasySMX. Corsair is a great brand. I've used other EasySMX products in the past and I really enjoyed them. I think they are a brand that has a good chance to move up in the ranks to be a more recognizable brand. Just needs some more exposure. I think that's going to wrap up this review, guys. So let me know down in the comments what you think of this headset. If you plan on purchasing something like it, I want to hear from you down in the comments. Make sure you subscribe and hit the bell because we're going to have our Ryzen 3000 coverage coming up in the future, and we look forward to seeing you when that hits. All right, guys, thanks again to Oz from Oz Talks Hardware, Chris from Coalition Gaming, and Matt from the Toasty Bros for helping me out with this review. And thank you for watching. If you liked it, give it a like. If you want to see more from us, hit that subscribe button and the bell. And we'll see you guys in the next video.